often do you hear someone say, you really should? And how frequently do you tell yourself, you should or I should? I bet shoulding occurs so often every day that you can't even keep count. Like you have no idea. And whether the should is coming from an external source, like someone else, or an internal source, meaning from you, doesn't really matter much because it still results in you shoulding yourself. So if someone else says you should do something, your mind immediately latches on to that and starts to wonder, should I do that? Maybe I should. Of course, you want to be liked and accepted as well as to succeed. And when other people who you respect tell you you should do something, then you typically want to listen. Their belief that you should do something becomes part of your internal conversation with yourself. And before you know it, you're shoulding yourself. So what is shoulding yourself? Maybe you've never heard that term before. So let me explain. Psychologist Clayton Barbeau, I think I'm pronouncing the name right, coined this term, shoulding yourself. And it means to put pressure on yourself to do or be something based on what you think you're supposed to do or be. And shoulding isn't limited to should do, but it also includes shouldn't do. Typically, this is going to sound like you should be better, you should know better, you should do better. You can substitute I should be better, I should know better, I should do better. The opposite of that is you shouldn't be that way, you shouldn't think or believe that, you shouldn't do that. Now, too often, shoulding yourself takes the form of kind of automatic thoughts. You react to something external or internal by telling yourself, I should, or I shouldn't. Now, shoulding yourself is a terrible trap. If you don't do what you believe you should, you're going to feel wrong, not good enough, guilty, among other things. And if you do what you should, you still feel wrong, not good enough, or guilty. So there's really no way out of these negative impacts. Shoulding actually serves to strengthen your belief that you can't be trusted to do the so-called right thing. And lack of trust leads to low self-esteem and self-worth, or it creates it. Not only that, the word should frequently masks more powerful phrases like I want, I can, I will, or I don't want, I can't, I won't. These are declarations that flow out of your true desires, your personal freedom and power, and your belief in yourself. But replace want, can, and will with should, and you give away your power. And you give away your freedom, and you mask your desires, what you really want. Now, if somebody is shoulding you, if somebody isn't shoulding you, let's put it that way, you do it to yourself. And often this happens unconsciously or habitually. And whether it's someone else's words or your own thoughts doesn't seem to matter because the result is always the same: self-criticism, self-judgment, low self-esteem, internal and external pressure. Plus, as I mentioned, you give away your personal power. And rather than standing in the knowledge that you're able to make decisions about what to do or who to be without help, you cave in and you allow others to dictate your thoughts and behaviors. You do what they say to do and become the person they expect you to be instead of standing up for yourself or what you truly want. Now, there are other reasons you should on yourself. There's a should for you that you don't want to should on yourself. And that is to make, it makes you feel obligated to do something you may not want to do. You feel pressured to be someone you're not or don't want to be. It stops you from doing what you want to do or being who you want to be. And it prevents you from listening to your own counsel and trusting yourself. Now, it's time to stop all that, is it not? Shoulding yourself is not a way to show up authentically or to live a life that feeds your soul. And I know that's what you really want. So how do you stop this cycle of shoulding yourself? I can think of at least 4 ways. I'm sure there are more. So the first is to become more self-aware. Start paying attention to how often you actually should yourself throughout your day. And consider asking yourself, when you become aware, when you become conscious that you're shoulding yourself, ask yourself questions like, why should I? Who says I should? Do I really want to do this or not do this? Or is it just society's norms that's telling me what to do? So is it get in touch with? Is it coming from outside of you? Is it really something you want to do? If you want to take this line of questionings further, you could ask yourself who, why, and under what circumstances should I do something? So for example, instead of you're telling yourself, I should lose weight, say, I should lose weight if I want to be healthier. Okay. I also love using Byron Katie's famous question, is it true? Is that true? Use it each time you hear someone or yourself say, you should. Is that really true? Likelihood is it's not. Okay, so the second thing you can do to stop shoulding yourself is to get in touch with your desires. As I said, should often prevents us from getting clear on what we truly want or who we really truly want to be. So you want to uncover your desires and feelings and dreams and then trade those shoulds for wants. So you can ask questions like, what do I want? Who do I want to be? What do I want to do? What do I like? What's important to me? What do I value? What are my aspirations, my goals, my dreams? And then determine if your true desires line up with those shoulds. If not, trade them in for wants. Okay, so the third thing that I would suggest is to change your words. Replace the word should with I want, can, will, or am. Try using words like I get to or I choose to instead of I should, okay? Using different words is going to shift your inner dialogue and your mindset. And because of that, you're going to reduce internal and external pressure to do or be something that's not aligned with who you want to be and what you want to do. All right, the fourth tip is to align with your future self. In the end, as far as I'm concerned, there's really only one question you need to answer, and that is, who do I want to be? Someone who does what they should or someone who does what they want? Your answer to that question is going to identify your future identity or your future self. If you want to be someone who stands up and trusts yourself, awesome, be that person. Now, would that person spend time shoulding yourself? Not a chance. So don't do it. And shoulding yourself from a place of alignment with your future self comes from a place of self-empowerment. Let me explain. You might, as your future self, ask your I can't talk. Ask your future self, what do you think I should do? Now you're tapping into your own wisdom and trusting that you have the ability to figure out what's best for you. You're tapping into who you want to be, who you want to become, that future self. And that future self can give you great advice that is in alignment with what you want and who you want to be. So if you struggle with shoulding yourself, I'd love it if you give me a comment on this video, or you can go to my blog and read the blog post there that's related to this video and tell me why you're struggling with shoulding yourself, and also what makes it more difficult to stop. Okay. I'd also love it if you could share this video with a friend or on your social media so more people can learn and stop shoulding themselves. Okay. So if you're new to me, I'm Nina Amir. I'm known as the Inspiration to Creation Coach. I'm an intuitive transformational coach, intuitive transformational catalyst, I like to say. I use personal development or personal growth. I'm a certified high performance coach, as well as having spent about 40 years of my life focused on personal growth. And also, I provide spiritual growth for people with my own brand of spiritual / personal growth coaching and training called Inspired Results Coaching. And that draws on my also 40 years or so of work, learning experience in the world of spirituality, metaphysics, wisdom traditions, all of that. So if you are interested in moving from where you are to where you want to go, if you would like to step into your best self and create life of your dreams, a life that feeds your soul, that isn't based on other people's expectations, their shoulds, that has no regrets because you didn't live into your best self and fulfills your potential and your purpose, then consider joining me in the Inspired Creator Community. The link is up above. Inspired Creator Community is where I offer group certified high performance coaching, personal growth, and inspired results coaching and training, spiritual/personal growth. Got a big slant on spiritual. So if that's of interest to you, click above and check it out. Okay. I would love to have you as part of the community. It is a small community of like-minded people, all wanting to level up. They all realize they are spiritual beings having a human experience, a physical experience, and they need to work on both personal and spiritual growth. They all are striving to fulfill their potential and purpose. And if that is who you are as well, you'll enjoy the community and we'll grow together. We'll grow together. So that's it for today. I hope to see you in the Inspired Creator Community. Again, please share this video with someone that you know. Leave me a comment or hit like. I really appreciate that. It helps with the algorithms to get seen. And yeah, stop shitting on yourself and go out there and achieve more inspired results.